Okay, today we're going to take a look at the Polymega. Bit of a rare beast on the UK shores, usually because it's pretty expensive. Got it set up here on my lounge TV, that's predominantly why I actually bought it. I bought the base unit, but there are other element modules that allow you to play other systems. The hardware on it is a Coffee Lake, nothing particularly impressive. Obviously it's PC spec'd. Biggest problem with this device is the price. Over in the UK, £433.95 plus £100 import duty, so it's quite an expensive thing to get on this side of the shore. The idea is that you can open this unit up, insert your original CDs and then play them on this device all in one place. It then loads the game or the disc contents onto the hard drive, so you don't have to use the CD drive. You can just use it straight from the machine and not have to, almost like just backing the games up onto the actual internal unit. Well, after unboxing, this is what we've got. So in the front we've got an eject, two USBs, the actual CD interface and the on button. At the back, nothing particularly complex: power, HDMI, Ethernet and your SD card. Underneath there is an M.2 hole, basically, so you can fit yourself some extra storage in there. I've just gone for a 1TB SD card, a micro SD card in the back. The element modules go on here. This bit slides off and you can slide onto that a SNES, a NES, TurboGrafx CD, Sega Genesis, Sega CD, Sega 32X, Sega Saturn, Neo Geo CD, PlayStation or N64 add-on, which are the element modules, which is one of the things that attracted me at the start. I was quite interested in how that was going to be handled. The element modules are about £63 each. This is the inbox controller. It's like a little dongle there. Don't particularly like that idea. I think that should have been built into the console. Been playing with the controller now for a little while. It's a PlayStation sort of clone sort of deal. It's pretty responsive. It's not mushy. The sticks are quite good. As a pack-in controller, it's okay. You can use other controllers, PlayStation and Xbox, stuff like that. So you can use other controllers. In the box, we've got a small instruction book. Obviously a foreign power lead, but it does come with a UK power plug. The power brick is 12 volt. HDMI connection lead. It's got a charge lead for the controller for USB. So all pretty standard stuff. Nothing particularly exciting there. That's just the UK plug that they've included with it. Right, so that's what you get in the box. A quick setup, just pick your language, pair your controller and pretty much you're away. So I was quite impressed that it was quite quick and easy. There was an update that was carried out, like everything nowadays. So you bung your original CDs into this unit and it takes about 30 to 40 seconds for the system to recognise the CD. Then you can choose what you want to do. You can play it straight away from CD, or you can save the contents to the hard drive, which is about 10 gig internal, which isn't particularly impressive, but I've added a 1TB SD card in the back, as I said. So these are some of the games. When you load a game in, it populates it with all the metadata and everything for you, and the particular region that disc came from. So it's just a selection of some of the games that I've loaded in. I've been messing around this with, obviously I've got my own collection, but you can sideload ROMs onto this machine. You can use normal burnable CDs, or with what I did, I used just a CD rewritable, where you can continuously rewrite a fresh ROM onto the disc and then pop it into the machine. It quite happily accepts ROMs that are put onto a disc, and I have tried that and it does work flawlessly. So as for the actual operation of the unit, it is quite slick. You get into the game quite quickly, the load times are good. So far I've not seen anything particularly horrible in the emulation side of it. When this was born, it was meant to be an FPGA solution. There was a lot of excitement around this machine in its initial incarnation, which was way back in 2017. It was developed by a company called Polymega. This company was originally set up as RetroBlox. It's a Los Angeles based company, but they've finally got their act together. They've teamed up with Atari, and they've obviously got some more funding, and they've managed to bring it to market. The only reason I've taken this long to get it here is because I was not prepared to wait on a pre-order basis. I was very, very sceptical about this machine and was convinced that it was going to disappear and it wasn't going to turn up. So to my surprise, going onto their website, having a look around just to see what was new, I came to the realisation that you could buy it there and then and it would be dispatched there and then. So I took a chance and I ordered it up, and to be fair, it turned up in less than a week, which was great considering, you know, it's got to work from where it had to come from. It doesn't appear that there's any European stock. It all comes straight from America, which is a bizarre thing. You know, you'd think that they would want to save costs and get some stock over here. But there you go. There are other bits to this, the Polymega sort of ecosystem. They have released an app where you can load your games in from on a PC and create your own sort of front end and load your games in from there. The idea with that is that you will be able to buy cheats and things like that, and extra cheat codes and cloud access to some game libraries and stuff like that. And they're also going to be offering a disk drive, I believe, if your laptop hasn't got a built-in disk drive, because obviously things don't come with that sort of stuff. CDs are obviously a thing of the past. So far so good. Everything has worked flawlessly. Now, who's this for? Because I know what everybody's going to be saying. I have a Raspberry Pi. You have the Mr. System. Why would you want this? That's a really good question, because it's for people that don't want the hassle. I think setting stuff up, getting stuff. This is literally plug and play. You put a disc in and it works. That's if you've got a collection. So it is quite a niche market this has been developed for, really, because you can't sideload ROMs, or you can't load ROMs in and sideload them in any other way apart from putting them on a CD and actually putting them into the machine. So your cartridge based stuff, it would be, at the moment would seem to be impossible to be able to play. I'm hoping at some point that this will become a hacked device, and obviously people then will be able to sideload ROMs in and sideload your collection in, because obviously we all have a good collection of backed up ROMs that we've got over the years. So the machine is nice and slick. It does work very, very well. I'm happy with it. I'm not disappointed in it. It does exactly what it is expected to do. Value for money? Absolutely not. I think what you get is a very weak PC architecture, a very weak system. It could do with a lot more RAM. It could do with a lot more horsepower. Considering this was developed in 2017 was the initial idea, and we're now 2024. I think that really the hardware could have done with a refresh before, long before here. What new, I was hoping that 3DO and stuff like that, they show on their website that they are planning to offer more systems. I hope the system will mature into something more than it currently is. It's quite a slick interface. It's quite nice. It's well put together in that respect. I like the software side of it. When you compare it to the likes of a Raspberry Pi or a Mr. System, the capabilities are nowhere near as good, and you can't load your own ROMs in. So how would I recommend it? It's a tough one. I'd had my eye on this for a long time, and I'd promised myself that I was going to get one if it ever became available, and that's what I've done. Am I disappointed? No. Obviously it does exactly what it says on the tin. I think it needs more meat on the bone to make it worthwhile, and I'm hoping one day that will become a reality. At the moment I'd have to probably give it a 5 out of 10, purely and simply because you can't load your own ROMs, and that makes it pretty much a deal breaker for me. I think it needs that functionality now. It's been so long out that they've kept this feature locked away for too long, and I think that's one of the reasons why I'm going to give it quite a low score of 50-50, 5 out of 10. So if you've made it this far, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again in the next video. Bye for now.